Hello, Penny Jane Love here, bringing you a wig comparison from Lori's Lemonade Stand, a wig boutique. Today we're going to do comparisons of 3 chin-length straight bobs with bangs. Scarlett by Envy, Sumano by Ellen Wille, Carley by Envy. Okay, first we're going to talk about Scarlett by Envy in the color Espresso. So Scarlett by Envy comes in an average or petite cap. I would say that this cap, which is an average size, fits me nicely. I don't feel any areas of gapping, so it doesn't seem to be a big average to me, and it certainly doesn't feel super snug, so I think it's a true average. The cap on Scarlett is a standard basic cap. There is no lace front and you cannot move that part. But in my opinion, you don't really need to have a lace front when you have bangs anyway. So the cap is pretty comfortable. I do feel like it probably has a lot of stretch in it. Scarlett only parts in the middle. I'm going to get up close so you can see that part. And you are not able to move that part around. Scarlett is made of the regular synthetic fibers. They are not heat-friendly fibers. The fibers are very, very soft and light. I feel like they feel very natural, and they seem to be pretty lightweight and small in their denier as well. Now on the density, I would say Scarlett has light to medium density. There's just a very small amount of permatease that I feel maybe right in here where they did it to build in just a little bit of volume. But I think the hair density and the volume on Scarlett look very natural and feel very natural. Again, light to medium density with just a little bit of permatease right here in the crown and maybe a little bit right around here that I'm feeling. Scarlett also weighs 3 ounces. Okay, let's talk about Scarlett's lengths. So Scarlett's bangs are 3 inches. The sides are 5.75 inches. The crown is 7.75 inches. And the nape is 2.5 inches. Okay, let's talk about Scarlett's cap next. So Scarlett has the basic cap. There is no lace front. The cap is open on top. It has the wefting. Scarlett has the open ear tabs. If you have glasses that you wear, you can put them in the side of the ear tabs. She does not have an extended nape. She has the standard nape. And she also has the adjusters that allow you to adjust the cap up to a 1/2 inch. Again, the size comes in petite and average. I think it is a true average. I don't think it feels too big and it doesn't feel too snug. It has the open wefting that's stretchy. And all in all, I felt like the cap was very comfortable. It's pretty lightweight. Again, the wig weighs 3 ounces. And I'm going to show you this way one more time. Okay, let's talk about the color next. Okay, let's talk about the color Espresso by Envy. So Scarlett comes in 37 different colors. This color Espresso is a multi-dimensional blend of a darker brown and a medium brown. And I'm going to get up close that you can see it. I do have 2 windows, lots of sun are coming in on this side, so hopefully you're getting a pretty good feel for what this color looks like. I will say that the next wig I'm going to show you is Sumano by Ellen Wille, and I will tell you that the Espresso on the Sumano is much darker than this. To me, this is more of a brown than a darker brown. It's a dark brown, but it's not the darkest brown that you can get. It's definitely a dark brown and not the darkest brown. Okay, next we're going to talk about Sumano by Ellen Wille. So Sumano has a monofilament center part cap. The part is a little bit wide, so you can move it a little bit if you need to. I'm going to show you the part so that you can see it. The cap sizes come in petite and average also. I will say that this is an average cap, and the cap does fit my head, I think, a little bit better. I think the average size on the Sumano is a little bit larger than on the Scarlett by Envy. I think they're both true averages, but I think this average cap on the Ellen Wille wig is just a smidge bigger, and I think it's just a little bit more comfortable as well. Again, it parts in the center. Sumano also has those regular synthetic fibers. They are not the heat-friendly fibers. They are also very soft. I want to say they feel about the same as the fibers on Scarlett by Envy. The fibers on Scarlett might be just a smidge softer, but I feel like the denier on Sumano, the size of the fibers are a little bit smaller and weigh a little less. So they're maybe not quite as soft, but they're definitely lighter and I think smaller and denier. Again, they are not the heat-friendly fibers, so you couldn't use a curling iron or anything on them. Now, out of all the 3 wigs I'm going to show you today, I do think that Sumano has the most density, meaning that she has the most hair, the most fibers. I don't feel very much permatease on her. I actually think Scarlett had a little bit more permatease, but I believe Sumano has more hair and has the most volume out of all the 3 that I'm going to show you today as well. I happen to like the volume on the Sumano the best. I like the way that she kind of comes out here and then comes under and isn't quite as flat, but I always like my wigs to have a little bit of volume anyway. So now, Sumano also weighs 3 ounces, which is the same as Scarlett by Envy. So let me tell you about these links. So the bangs on the Sumano by Ellen Wille are 3 inches. The sides are 7 inches. The back is 10 inches, and the nape is 2.5 inches. Okay, let's talk about Sumano's cap. So again, it has this mono center part. It is a little bit wide, so you could move the part a little bit if you want to. I don't feel a lot of permatease. There's a little bit right here around the crown. I don't feel a lot on the sides. I will say that out of the 3 wigs I'm going to show you today, Sumano has the most volume and is the most dense. The cap comes in size petite and average and is comfortable and is very stretchy. It has the velvet covered ear tabs that have the metal stays that you can move. It also has the velvet covered extended nape, and it has the Velcro adjuster so that you can adjust it to make it tighter if you need to. I'm going to show you this way. Again, out of all the 3, I like this one the best, but that's just because I like my wigs to have some volume and be a little bit on the more medium dense side than the light side. Okay, let's talk about the color next. Okay, let's talk about this color, Espresso by Ellen Wille. So keep in mind that even though Scarlett was an Espresso, that Espresso was Envy's Espresso color. This is Ellen Wille's Espresso color. So this Espresso is definitely much darker than the Espresso that I showed you on the Scarlett wig by Envy. This Espresso has a darkest brown root, and it is a blend of dark brown and warm brown, and I'm going to get up close so you can see it. Okay, I want to show you the 2 Espressos side by side. So this one that's moving, the one over here, the darker one, that is the Espresso by Ellen Wille. That is the darkest brown base. And then this is the Espresso by Envy. This one also has a dark brown base, but as you can tell, it is lighter than the Espresso by Ellen Wille. It's more of a brown and not the darkest brown, definitely more of a medium brown. Okay, the last bob we're going to talk about today is Carley by Envy. So the biggest difference that I want to point out with Carley is that Carley's bangs in the back are a little bit longer than they were on the previous 2 that I showed you. Carley has a full mono top with hand-tied fibers. I'm going to get up close so you can see that part. As you can see right through to my skin with that part. The cap only comes in a size average. I think the cap is very comfortable. It fits my head beautifully. It fits very nicely in how it hugs my head. I want to say it feels a little bit, just a smidge bigger than the Envy's basic average cap. And it's very comfortable. I'm really liking how it feels a lot. It has the regular synthetic fibers. Again, they are not the heat-friendly synthetic fibers. They feel just like they do on Scarlett, except that they feel maybe like the denier is just a little bit smaller and they feel a little bit more lightweight. Also, as I mentioned, they feel a little bit softer than they do on the Sumano synthetic fibers. However, I do think the Sumano synthetic fibers are maybe just a little bit smaller in denier and a little bit more lightweight. There's not a huge difference between any of them. They all feel very soft, they all feel very natural, and I believe they all move very naturally. Now, Carley by Envy does weigh a little bit more. Carley weighs 3.5 ounces. Okay, again, let's talk about these links. So, the bangs in the back on Carley are a little bit longer. These bangs are 4 inches long. Kind of bring them down so you guys can see them. The sides are actually a little bit shorter at 6.5 inches long. The back at the crown is 11 inches long. And the nape is 4 inches long. So the nape is about 1.5 inches longer than Scarlett or Sumano. Okay, let's talk about this cap next. Okay, let's talk about Carley's cap. So again, it has the full monofilament top with the hand-tied fibers. The cap only comes in size average. It is a true average. It is very comfortable. I would say the average size felt pretty similar to the Sumano average cap and feels just a smidge bigger than that Scarlett basic cap size. I felt like out of all three, Scarlett by Envy, that basic cap was the one that felt the smallest, the most snug. It has the open ears so that if you have the stems of your glasses, you can put them in there. It has the hook like adjusters so that you can make it smaller, and Carley does not have the extended nape. It has a regular nape. I do not feel very much permatease. I don't think it has any. If it does, it's just a small amount. The cap does stretch very nicely. And all in all, it was super comfortable. Show you this way. Okay, let's talk about the color next. Okay, let's talk about Carley's color. So Carley comes in 35 different colors. This color is cinnamon toffee, and in my opinion, this is a true toffee color. If you know what the color of toffee is, then you have a good idea of what the cinnamon toffee looks like. It has dark brown roots with a blend of a medium chestnut brown and a light golden brown. I'm going up close so that you can see it. Now, I know you're probably thinking that since it has cinnamon in its name, that it has maybe like a reddish appearance. However, I see just a slight hint of that chestnut reddish brown in it. To me, it really is more of a brown than it is a red. It just has a hint of that chestnut brown, and it's definitely like the color of caramel or toffee, like that brown kind of toffee color. So it's a beautiful color, I think. Okay, I just thought I'd show you the difference between the two Envy colors. This one here is the Espresso, which has a dark brown base. And this is a cinnamon toffee, which actually has that dark brown root. However, the cinnamon toffee is a blend of chestnut brown and a light golden brown. And the Espresso is just a blend of the darker brown with the dark brown. medium brown. The cinnamon toffee is definitely a lighter color, and it's more of a brown than it is a red. You just see a small hint of that chestnut brown in it to give it just the smallest hint of a chestnut color. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this wig review. This wig review was brought to you by Lori Powell with Lori's Lemonade Stand, a wig boutique. Lori's Wig Boutique is located in Rancho Cucamonga, California. To reach Lori, you can email her at lori@loris-lemonade-stand.com. You can also call 909-803-0310. Lori's website can be found at loris-lemonade-stand.com. Thank you so much for watching this wig review. See you next time.